we go!
It's time for TSS Fantasy.
It is Commissioner Cooper.
I could do a whole 49ers show right now.
Ready to rock out with my gavel out.
Oh yeah, baby!
Don't sleep on my Patriots, you know.
We're ready for football. That's
Joe Burrow with this wrist. I'm curious.
I find you guilty of all charges.
Although you assistant force in this
I'm making DJ Chuck Bass.
This guy has been doing it ever since coming off.
I hope you like the way I pimped
He's
you out.
got 4 targets in all 3 of the class.
He scored a touchdown this year.
You know, the great thing about being a football player is you don't have to take a shower to go to work.
There it is.
Well, that's good because we got Fred the Jester Reyes in the house.
Yeah, I'm here, baby. Let's go. You got me for 2 weeks in a row.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. You're waking up with TSS Fantasy.
Yeah.
We are ready and rocking for week 2. I know we're all really excited. Let's do some intros real quick. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Sophistication himself, Andrew LeDuc. Welcome in, sir.
Happy Sunday. I'm ready for, let's keep the Patriots on a roll. Why not take down Seattle?
I couldn't help. I wish we had a laugh track there. Sunday mornings, get your juice out. OJ, the juice is loose. Mayor, welcome in, sir.
Listen, man, there was a crime committed Thursday night in Buffalo. Get the police.
It was in Miami.
I thought we discussed pre-show. We don't talk about Thursday.
We don't talk about the Thursday games.
Kind of like something that never happened. Let's just pretend it never happened. All right, let's also welcome in. Hopefully he don't have anything smart to say. Fred the Jester Reyes.
I have nothing smart to say.
Never does, anyways.
Never has anything smart.
I was gonna give Jason a lot of flack for when he talked about Rodgers last year, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's
He's
go.
gonna be the bigger man.
You're gonna be the bigger man.
Well, to be fair, I didn't talk all that trash prior to the season. That's why you got a little bit of that. All right. But anyway, let's pay the bills first. If you go playing some DFS today, lots of fun stuff there. Go to Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code TSS. We're going to double your deposit up to $100. Also, if you're looking for some championship bling for your fantasy champion, look no further than Pro-Am Belts. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe, hit a follow, hit a like, all that kind of good stuff. And most importantly, leave your lineup questions in there. I'll be happy to answer them as we go along with the show. We appreciate you. All right, well, we got some medical news to talk about and some injuries, so I'm sure everyone's curious about that. We got LeDuc and Brian up with the medical inside medical tent. Let's check it out.
A.J. Dillon just went into the medical tent a moment ago.
Brian, we back after Friday night with even more news.
Always
Hard
more
to
news.
believe, but they're just they're just making it so easy with us this week. This year so far. So let's quickly touch on Marquise Brown again because it's official now.
Yep.
The season's done. He's having that surgery. So I mean, is this going to be basically the appropriate amount of time he needs to come back next season and be fine? Because that's just where we are now with him.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, this shouldn't roll into next year. I mean, this is the whole thing that really caught me off guard with this was why they waited so long. This is one of those things where usually surgery is pretty easily determined at the very beginning. Sounds like they were trying to not have to go this route, but I don't know why they wasted 4 weeks. Yet here we are. Shouldn't carry over to next year, though. Hopefully he gets through this good and everything heals just fine the way it was intended to the first time around. So unfortunate.
It is unfortunate because, like we said, Friday night, the Chiefs, they had this plan. I think they're going to be fine, though. I think, honestly, Xavier Worthy's going to step in here and be all right. But Travis Kelce, I think, is going to probably jump right back into that main feature role. Also, Christian McCaffrey, we talked about that. He's struggling. Jake Ferguson, I want to talk about somebody who we haven't really talked too much about. Jake Ferguson is a guy at tight end position who a lot of people thought was going to be very serviceable for them this year. He's now doubtful for today. I'm assuming he's definitely going to be out, but I mean, is he going to be back anytime soon?
Well, this was a guy that looked like he had a really major injury and then was in like an intense amount of pain when the injury first occurred. They thought it was like an MCL or a knee injury, like a sprain. And then fast forward a few days, he said he felt amazing, had like no pain. So it was like a miraculous turnaround in just a few days. I think it'd be wise to keep him out because you never quite know with this type of stuff. You don't really want to push it too soon. So I don't think we're going to see him, but it sounds really optimistic that he could be back as quick as next week.
Yeah, because I believe it looks like he's practiced most of this week too. So it's a real kind of touch and go situation. It seems like when it comes to Jake Ferguson and that Dallas offense. And then so we also talked about Puka Nacua in the article this week. He's slated to he's on the IR. He's going to miss at least 4, but we've both said we're looking much more towards probably the 5 to 7 week range. I'm assuming. Is that still where you are after looking into that a bit more?
Yeah, because I think they diagnosed him with a grade 2 PCL sprain, which is not, it's not benign. Certainly not as bad as the ACL injury, which he avoided, thank goodness. Doesn't require surgery for this particular type of injury. However, it does take time to heal. It can create a lot of swelling inside the knee. It doesn't usually lead to major long-term stability issues, but initially you can have some instability. And so he'll need to let that thing heal before he's able to do any type of football skills. So I think it's going to probably extend past that 4-game IR stint. You might even see it extend out to 6, like we talked about.
That makes sense. And then one last quick one, because this just popped up, and we got to get it out of the way because every year the hamstrings, it's an ongoing thing. AJ Brown pops up with a hamstring injury. Did you see anything where did this just happen in practice, or is this lingering from the game last week? And are you hearing anything that AJ Brown is anything more serious than a hamstring?
Came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. I didn't even hear anything about it until late yesterday, and man, that's tough. He's listed as questionable, but this could be more like a doubtful situation. I don't think they'll want him to push through this because this is one of those things that can linger all year. Just take a look at T. Higgins. He's probably going to miss the 2nd week in a row already with some hamstring issue that he's been dealing with, which kind of came out of nowhere right prior to week 1. So certainly not something the Eagles are going to mess around with. It's not looking good.
Yeah, not looking good, but luckily they got some other weapons in that offense in Dallas Goedert and Devonta Smith. So, and obviously Saquon Barkley. But look, that's going to do it for us here on this the quick injury update. We'll hear from Brian more as the week goes on, as always, and check out the Inside the Medical Tent with him and I. It'll come out every Wednesday or Thursday over on InjuredListPodcast.com. You see it right there at the bottom of the graphic. Brian, thanks as always, and enjoy your Sunday. And we're going to go get a quick update from NeuroGuard.
Dr. Michael Hutchison has harnessed the latest in neuromuscular dentistry and impact technology to develop a mouthguard that does more than protect. It enhances. NeuroGuard Plus isn't just a mouthguard. By focusing on the jaw's physiological position, it provides an added layer of neuroprotection, significantly reducing the risk of sports-related neurological injuries. All athletes should be using a custom mouthguard designed to their bite position. NeuroGuard Plus was created as a means to maintain your physiological jaw position regardless of your bite. The appliance is designed to optimize your upper-lower jaw relationship to improve your strength, your balance, your oxygen intake, and drastically lower your chance of a concussion. Independent studies have shown that the NeuroGuard Plus will provide you with improvement to both upper and lower body strength. The same improvements were not present with a common mouthguard. Over 6,500 athletes have used the NeuroGuard Plus. Dr. Hutchison is happy to say that the amount of diagnosed concussions is 0.2%. The NeuroGuard Plus offers athletes, coaches, and parents an advantage to keep their players safe on the field. If you or your child actively participates in athletics, they need to be protected from the dangers of repetitive head trauma. Get your NeuroGuard Plus mouthguard today. Click on the link and use code ILP Sports for 10% discount on your purchase.
All right. Thanks, Bri. We appreciate you. All right. Let's start out today with weather.
You see that NeuroGuard?
It's time for the weather report.
Where's Justin?
Thankfully, I interrupted Freddie. I know you ain't worried about who's here and who's not.
Where's Justin at?
He said he'd be here. I sent him the link. He'll be here in a minute. Fantasy.
You know I'm gonna talk about NeuroGuard, huh?
I was gonna say the same thing.
I already knew. I was like,
Tua.
Tua bullshit. We moving on. All right, so let's talk about the weather today. Games you don't need to worry about your kickers in today. Saints at Cowboys, Bucks at Lions, 49ers at Vikings, Rams at Cardinals, and Bears at Texans, all in the Dome. So you're good for any kickers. Don't necessarily worry about any inclement weather. Not that we have a ton today. Colts at Packers. It's partly cloudy, 83 degrees. Winds are 5 miles an hour. Jets at Titans. Slight chance of thunderstorms in this one, possibly on Aaron Rodgers' Achilles. It's 83 degrees, and the winds are at 8 miles an hour. Seahawks at Patriots. Clear skies today, 76 degrees. Winds are at 6 miles an hour. Giants at Commanders. Partly cloudy, 79 degrees. Winds are at 9 miles an hour. We have some weather in the Chargers at Panthers. There is a slight chance of rain, but the wind's said to be 14 miles an hour. So it might be a little tricky there with temperature at 76 degrees. Raiders at Ravens, partly cloudy, 79 degrees, winds 7 miles an hour. You're good there. Browns at Jags, chance of thunderstorms in this one. We're in Florida. That's what happens here at this time of the year. 83 degrees, winds are 10 miles an hour on that one. Steelers at Broncos, slight chance of thunderstorms in this one as well. 87 degrees, winds at 7 miles an hour. Bengals at Chiefs, partly cloudy, 85 degrees, winds 9 miles an hour. Should be a great one for that one. And on the last one, we got the I don't even know what I wrote here because I wrote Bengals at Chiefs. I don't even know what the hell that one is. All right, so speaking of, I wrote Bengals at Chiefs, and I wrote the same thing. Whatever game that is, it's slight chance of showers, 71 degrees, winds at 7 miles an hour. It's one of the games I didn't mention. All right. I know what it was. Atlanta at Philly. There we go. I didn't even say it. There we go. My bad on that one. Hey, it's Sunday morning, guys. Come on. What do you want? All right, so we're going to move on to our ultimate DFS lineups, as you know. But before we do that, figured it'd be a perfect time to get pumped up with our boy Bandy, Fourth and Flex podcast. He's got some flex starts of the week. Let's check it out.
Flex starts of the week. Oh, yeah. Ooh, feel the burn, baby. Feel the burn. Oh, what's happening, guys?
6 hours later.
Here we are, back again for another exciting episode of Bandy's Flex Starts of the Week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm your boy Bandy from the Fourth and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast, and I'm here to help you out in Week 2 again. All right, baby. Let's get into it. Let's get to the first guy. I'm talking about a guy that was drafted first in a couple of years ago. I'm talking Austin Eckler, baby. Austin Eckler. I know, right? He's the second running back on the depth chart, but they're facing the New York Giants, baby. Follow the Giants. Put Austin Eckler in your flex spot in Week 2. Moving on to the next guy, I've got Jacoby Myers, a guy that maybe went undrafted in your league, but this is a guy that can help you out. Led the team in targets last week, Week 1 on the Raiders. Jacoby Myers can help you out in a pinch. Moving on to the last guy on my list, it has got to be Rashid Shaheed, baby. Over on the Saints. Gotta love what this guy's doing, man. Another guy that may have went undrafted in your league. After Week 1, you're thinking, what was I doing? First drive of the game. This guy goes out for a long bomb touchdown. He's going to be your deep threat in Week 2. Keep an eye on Rashid Shaheed and follow Fourth and Flex for more fantasy starts, waiver wire ads, all that good stuff, man. We flexing on the competition, baby.
Thank you. Make sure you check out the Fourth and Flex podcast. You got a start and sit coming up at 9:30 right after us. So stick and stay here on that Sports Podcast Network. Also, just wanted to say, I'm sorry, Rashid. The AI did something to your hairline. My bad on that one. All right. I know we're all pumped up. Let's go. It's time for some ultimate DFS lineups.
The power of the Ultimate Warrior.
All right, let's go in order of the participant. Let's go with the mid card guys first. Let's go with last week. We'll go with our Intercontinental Champion. That would be Judge Jordan. By the way, where is Judge Jordan at? That's what he's supposed to be on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with that? All right, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But anyway, he was our Intercontinental Champion. Had some decent plays here with 105.4. I came in as the United States Champion, 102.5. Luckily, my stack with Tua and Tyreek, which I won't be able to play again, came in pretty tight because my running backs were. Let's go to our, I guess we'll call this our hardcore champion. Justin came in 99.9. Had some good plays. Obviously, Jaden Daniels was a good play. He got Tyreek in there as well. And I mean, I don't know if we go with the women's title. I don't even run out of titles here for this. I'm sorry, Greg. We got to do something. One of those lower titles. This is Greg. He got the Jaden Daniels play at 91.8. Travis Etienne and obviously Kenneth Walker was big last week as well. But all right, well, it's time to introduce our champion, however, of last week. There he is, Mr. Andrew LeDuc, killing it last week.
Listen, baby.
And his name is John C.
Killed it last week with Baker, Money, Mayf. I mean, there wasn't, I don't know, everything he picked except McLaurin and Schultz in London had a great day. Pretty much hit it on the money. So great job there from Andrew LeDuc. And let's go to our jobber of last week. Here we go. It's Freddie. I mean, he got his.
What the hell is that?
68.
Let's go ahead and call it. Night, Fred. I mean, geez, oh please, hopefully you can step up this week because that was ugly. All right, let's go to LeDuc for your ultimate DFS lineup this week. What you got?
Yeah, so I'm going back. Actually, I think it was OJ who had Daniels last week. So I'm going to Jaden Daniels this week against that Giants defense, and I'm pairing him with Terry McLaurin because I think Scary Terry has stuff to do this season, and week 1 was an anomaly. So get that stack, and I'm going back to Chris Godwin because I'm massive on Chris Godwin for this entire season. He's still vastly underpriced and undervalued right now. So going back to my boy Brian Thomas Jr. as well. I fully believe he will be the number 1 option in that offense eventually. So going forward, I just look to see that chemistry with Lawrence continue. And then Kamara, Connor, just for their value, too good. I think they're going to be big. Connor looks, as long as he's healthy, he's going to be a stud. And then Garrett Wilson, yes, Freddie, I'm with the Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson stepping up big this week. So give me Garrett Wilson there. And then I had to keep it cheap at tight end. Cody Parkinson. Yes, he's on that Giants offense, but he seems to be the only capable pass catcher because I think Malik Neighbors, he's obviously the most talented guy there, but I just don't think Daniel Jones is able to get him the ball the way he needs it right now. So give me that. And then the Chargers defense because that's just a good matchup. So, yeah, there we go. I'm going to take down number 1 again this week.
All right, we shall see. Well, the number 1 contender is not here, so we'll bring his up here in a minute. All right, I'll be the second number 1 contender if there's something like that. I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield this week. I think I like that matchup with the Lions. I feel like, this is going to be one of those fantasy bonanza games. I mean, they certainly played out in the playoffs last season. So I like that matchup there. He comes in pretty cheap too for this week. J.K. Dobbins against Carolina. I can't believe I almost choked saying it. But, how do you not like the matchup? Carolina was, awful, atrocious against around. They're atrocious against everything, but he actually comes in really cheap this week as well. So it's a pretty great play. I spent up some money on Derrick Henry. Raiders are 24th against the run, but it wasn't really that attracted me. I just feel like I watched that game last week and all I kept saying was you need to give Derrick Henry the ball more. And I feel like, the people that get paid millions of dollars probably saw that too. So I think you're going to see Derrick Henry a lot in this matchup. Cooper Kupp, how do you not like this? Arizona 24th against receivers and This should be one of those fantasy bonanza games as well. I like Mike Evans, got the stack there, so I just like that as the stack. And again, I think it's going to be a back and forth. Had to go cheap here on the other receiver with Dotavius Wicks, but I like the matchup in this one as well because I feel like in the preseason, I saw a lot of hookups to Dotavius Wicks, and who was that from? It was from Malik Willis because they were both playing basically in the same offense as the lower tier guys. So I like that a lot. Jawan Johnson is a good streamer play regardless. At Dallas today was 28th against tight ends, and I like the resurgence flex play here of Mark Andrews. I think we're going to see him specifically get targeted a lot today. And Chargers D, I mean, hello. I mean, that's just like an easy call, right? I don't think you need to say nothing else about that. Greg, talk about your ultimate DFS lineup.
All right, but Jason, can I pull an audible on Kenneth Walker, please? Please.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I saw that, but I was like, I should have texted you, but then I was like, bump it. Let's see, because he was still doubtful at the time. So
yeah, I want to put David Montgomery in there for Kenneth Walker. Jaden Daniels, I'm riding with him. I think he's going to be Rookie of the Year this year over Caleb. So Jaden Daniels, I'm riding that Jaden Daniels boat again. Jordan Mason, no CMC, and we know Kyle Shanahan knows how to get running backs running the ball, getting in the end zone. So I'm going with Jordan Mason for a cheap price. Adonai Mitchell, if he had got that pass, he would have had that touchdown. He would have had a better game than he did last week. So I'm still riding with him. Cooper Kupp, ain't nobody else going to be catching the ball. Nakua's out. Cooper Kupp still a target beast. Tank Dell, I think he's going to get it right this week. I think he's going to get in the end zone. Chargers defense, we all got the Chargers defense. If you don't, I'm not sure what's wrong with you, but that matchup favors the Chargers. And, of course, in my flex, I got Kamara. I think he's going to have another good game. And I know you got Mark Andrews, but I think Likely is taking over that spot right now. So I'm riding with Isaiah Likely at my tight end position.
Yeah, we talked about Likely in the offseason. There was a lot of chatter about them using him in different positions. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with his play and not saying that he's not going to have a good day. But I do think they're going to target Andrews a lot. But I still think Likely will definitely be a factor. And I just want to throw out there, ironically, putting up Kupp and Dell as you're facing them today in our league. Funny enough. Wow. I hope you're ready for that. All right. Let's go to the Jesta, the Jabba, if you will. Let's go. I got your first QB up there, but guess what? I don't know how many times I got to say it. It doesn't help anyone. You put a Thursday night player on, but go ahead.
Jesus.
Yo, this is what happens when you don't do this for quite a while. Okay, I'll make up for it. But look, he messed up anyway. He only had like a few points. Let's see here. Yeah, right. I obviously picked Derrick Henry because I believe, just like what Jason said, you have to get him into the game, makes more. There's no way you can keep him running limited amount of times. He should have 20 touches at least. Devin Singletary, same thing as we've seen what the Daniel Jones show look like. It's terrible. It's horrible. The only way you're gonna win any games is by running the ball. And I think today they finally realized that they're gonna run the ball even more. Rashad Bateman, I picked him because I just needed somebody cheap as my flex because I spent so much money more heavily on the quarterback. So that's why I put Rashad Bateman in there. DK Metcalf, he's playing in New England. There's no way New England plays a game again like that. They fucking terrible. That was their Super Bowl. There's no way that happens again. All right, so we got Terry McLaurin. They're playing the Giants. The Giants got lit up by old Sam Darnold. So I expect the same thing to happen again today. They're making Jaden Daniels may look like a superstar in the second game of the season, maybe looking like MVP today. Rashee Rice, now that we know that Hollywood Brown is out for the season, he looked good last week. He probably looks even better this week. He will be the main receiver on Kansas City because not even Kelsey had that many receptions. So Rashee Rice may be looking at something good here. Pat Freiermuth, I went lower because obviously I was running out of money at the time, but it happened to be good because they're playing the Broncos. Broncos weren't very good at all. So I definitely picked the Broncos. I picked Freiermuth to smack the Broncos around this week. Last but not least, I picked the Colts. With Jordan Love being out, I was like, they're gonna, they starting. Who is it? Malik Willis. He's never been good. It came a week later. I think the Colts played well last week. They barely had that loss, and I think today they make it up. They beat the Packers heavily, and I think their defense does a great job.
All right. Fred, I think you just love the Colts, though, bottom line. Let's bring up let's go. My bad. Let's bring up Jordan's lineup since he's not in the house. We'll just Joe Burrow today, likes that. He likes J.K. Dobbins. Jordan Mason, good flex play as well. He likes that old reliable Hunter Henry today, too, believe it or not. A.J. Brown, although a little hobbled, he's in there. Mike Evans, he likes that matchup as well. And Alec Pierce, who had a decent game last week. We didn't talk about that very much, but he had a good game last week, targeted a lot as well. And the Commanders D, surprisingly for him. We got a surprise here on location in Baltimore, Maryland. Justin Jesus Herrera, welcome in, sir.
Oh.
Can you?
Hey. Is he walking his dog?
Boys? Good morning.
I think he's walking the dog as
he's walking the dog.
All right, Justin, we're doing ultimate DFS lineups this morning, brother. Can you fill us in on yours?
Hey, did you get the text I sent you?
Yeah, did you get the overlook? He's taking the walk of shame right now, is what he's doing.
So first off, congratulations to Rebecca and Nate. And second off, I'm going to get me some coffee right motherfucking now. I woke up and I was just like, oh shit, it's TSS time. I gotta tell Jason I gotta get my coffee.
Do you remember your ultimate DFS lineup at all?
No, but you know it.
I love it. All right, here it is. Jaden Daniels, good play today. Bree likes Breece Hall in this matchup today. Got a tough matchup. I like that Titans D actually a lot.
I can take it here, Jay. Let me take it here. Let the professional tell you how to gamble tonight. So I'm loving James Conner. I think that James Conner is a great play today. The Rams are really beat up on offense, and I think that's going to lead to them being on defense a lot today. You know, they got 4 down linemen. It's kind of a terrible matchup. It's low-key becoming a good matchup for DST when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals. I also like Breece Hall. Who doesn't like Breece Hall? Pretty self-explanatory. My flex is Najee Harris.
Good old Bragg said his segment is called Jesus Walks. Too much water in the wine.
Oh my God, I fucking love that, Brad. You're golden, man. You're golden. And then let's see the wide receivers. I like me some Garrett Wilson, Malik Neighbors, Ladd McConkey, all for the same reason as that they're going to be the target hog, and they have good matchups. Ladd's playing Carolina, great matchup as we saw last week for Rashid Shaheed. Malik Neighbors got that Washington defense. Hopefully his knee is better, and hopefully he doesn't make me look bad. But I think that this is first career touchdown incoming from Malik Neighbors. And then Garrett Wilson, he did really well last week, but he just kind of was spoiled by the fact that he didn't have a touchdown. He didn't keep his foot in bounds, so he didn't get another catch. But I think this week, Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers get on track, especially against the Tennessee defense. Zach Ertz is kind of like my flyer. I saw his usage last week, and I thought, hey, it's a good matchup with the Giants. And then the Seahawks, really what I should have done is I should have spent more on every other player and really took it down to that wire with the Cardinals. But I took the Seahawks, like their matchup against the Patriots. Sorry, Andrew. Not sorry.
By the way, Viral Videos, thank you so much for hitting like. We appreciate you. Brad had some other comments. Watching the Bears offense last week gave me a Tua-size headache.
Oh.
He said, all serious, hope Tua is okay.
Fire right
also, now. Bears. He had his coffee, Justin. What's your excuse? All right. We got enough ugliness going on in the studio. Let's make it a little more pretty. We got Ariel coming in with some prop bets. Let's bring her in. Good morning, Ariel.
Hey, it's nice seeing you guys again.
Good. It's nice seeing you as well. Fred got his pen and paper out. We're ready to make some money today on week 2. What say you? What prop bets do we got going on today?
Oh yeah, I have 9 plus money props and 3 plays. Last week I had 7 plus money props and 3 game plays for you, and it was pretty nice having a 60% win rate after the show last week and bringing home a 40% ROI. That was pretty much the same ROI that I had at the end of last NFL season. So good start so far.
Starting out good. Starting out hot.
All right, let's start off with my key game, which is Tampa Bay versus Detroit. Here, I like the over 51.5 points. And in this game, I think is going to be a track meet. I like these following props. Jared Goff of the Lions to go over 285.5 passing yards at plus 125. Then I like Baker Mayfield of the Bucks 275 or more passing yards at plus 120. So if I like Mayfield throwing, of course, I like his favorite target, Mike Evans, over 80 receiving yards at plus 135. Also going to add Chris Godwin of the Bucks anytime touchdown at plus 205. Huge plus money play there. Now, moving on. Last week, I did get it wrong with Will Levis. You guys were 100% correct there. He's a flag, so I'm joining the team, and I'm taking Titans Will Levis under half a touchdown at plus 165 and under 180.5 passing yards at plus 130.
Ariel said Will Levis is not going to screw her over this week.
No. Absolutely not. I also think the Ravens running back Justin Hill is going to have another big day, and I'm going to take him over 25 rushing yards at plus 265, another huge plus money play, and over 40 rushing and receiving yards for plus 155. I also like Denver's wide receiver, Courtland Sutton, to go under 35.5 receiving yards for plus 130. And I bet under in the Steelers-Broncos game. When it opened at 40.5, I still like it under 36.5. And similarly, my 12th pick was I took the Eagles when they opened at minus 4.5. It's sitting at minus 6 now, and I still like it. So let's go. Those are my plays of the day.
Love it, Ariel. Appreciate you. Let everyone know where they can follow, subscribe, and get all of your great content.
Absolutely. You could sign up for my free daily emails, which go out every day, where I break down all of these games, analyze the lines for you, give you sports information, picks of the day, pictures of me every day, and so much more, all for free. Daily emails at arielcallista.com. Just click on the Stay in Touch button. It's super simple to sign up. And of course, I post my videos every day across social media. You can pretty much find me everywhere. AriBets702, TikTok. They keep deleting my account. I'm Ari.bets there. I'll probably get deleted again pretty soon because I'm a girl who likes gambling. What can I say? And make sure to check out my new Sports Betting Illuminated podcast. I will be live streaming on YouTube at 11 this morning.
Oh, so awesome. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Sure you go do that. That's awesome. I didn't know you had that going on. My apologies. I could have that written down. Yeah, 11 o'clock today. Make sure you go follow. Where is it at on YouTube, Ari?
Ariel Callista. That's my YouTube profile. And my podcast is Sports Betting Illuminated. Same name as my book.
That's awesome. And that's the best time really to go check out those prop bets too. So make sure you go check her out and get yourself paid today. All right. Well, we appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Once again, appreciate waking up with us ugly faces. We have somebody who's out in the shed in the back in our own show. He's got some prop bets of his own. So let's check out what he has to say with some homegrown prop bets. Thank you again, Ariel. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
Week 2 already. Where does the time go? You know, after a 1-3 season debut for the segment, I think it's time to get a little more introspective, think deeper. And I realized, statistically speaking, it's 100% easier to not do a thing than it is to do the thing. So perhaps instead of looking for people who are going to exceed expectations, we should just be looking for dudes who are going to fail miserably on the football field today, such as Malik Willis, under 169.5 passing yards, minus 120. As a fan of the team, I hope the kid succeeds, but as a pragmatist who can do math, I realize he's only got 350 total passing yards in his NFL career, so I find it hard to believe he's going to go out there and put 170 on the Indianapolis Colts, nor do I think he'll even try. Matt LaFleur knows who this kid is. He's not going to make him throw it 25, 30 times out there. Deshaun Watson, under 212.5 passing yards, minus 120. He threw for 169 in a home loss to Dallas last Sunday, and based on the latest allegations, oh boy, I have to assume he's not sleeping very well and his mind might be places other than football, not to mention the fact that he could be benched for Jameis at any moment. There is zero public support for him to be out there representing the Cleveland Browns, and it could be argued that Jameis gives them a better chance to win football games right now, but above all, fuck this guy. To end on some positive vibes, I found a couple overs that have absolutely no chance of missing, so we're obligated to play them. Isaiah Pacheco, over 2.5 receptions, minus 110, 5 for 59 and 7 for 35. That is 12 of 13 total targets hauled in by our boy in the receiving game over his last two versus the Bengals. I don't hate the 16.5 yards either, but the receptions protects us from negative plays. Home versus the Bengals is the kind of game where Andy Reid pulls out some cool shit, and that cool shit usually involves Isaiah Pacheco. Jameson Williams, over 44.5 receiving yards. He led the team in targets versus the Rams with 9, caught 5 of them for 121, and now you're telling me we win if he goes to 45? 51.5 is the highest total on the board. I think we might just play Jameson Williams prop every single week, all season if he comes through here. Best of luck, not that we'll need it. Put all 4 of those together on Underdog to win 9 times your money, which is a hell of a way to spend a Sunday if you ask me.
Hell of a way indeed. Go to Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code TSS. We're going to double that deposit. We gave you a ton of prop bets to play, so you're ready to rumble today. All right, let's get it on, fellas. It's time to do some picks.
We're on a mission, guys. We're on a mission, guys.
All right, let's go to our first epic matchup of the day. The 49ers at the Vikings. The 49ers lead the series overall 25-24-1. Vikings won last year, actually 22-17. 49ers are favored by 5.5, and the over-under is 45.5. LeDuc, what do you say? Who wins it and why?
49. I think 49ers got this. The Sam Darnold experience last week was definitely a one-off. So this is a no-brainer for me. 49ers should cruise here, and especially with the Jordan Addison injury, TJ Hawkinson not back yet for the Vikings. I just don't think there's enough there for the Vikings.
All right, Fred, who you like?
Can't hear you.
49ers.
40. Easy enough. OJ, who you like?
Niners. But Jason, wait. You're not going to put who won last week?
Oh, my bad. Damn.
What happened here?
My fault.
You don't have to review.
Here's how it shaped out for last week. My bad. The King, who's not even here today, went 14-2. Mr.
Damn, me and Jesus.
Impressive week. 11-5 for Mr. Sophistication and myself. The Jester 9-7, and look at the Juice and Jesus. They are both tied at 8-8. My bad.
Anything I picked, Justin.
Just to let you guys know, I think I won last year.
Keeping me. I know he keeps bringing.
I doubt it.
Typical Jets fans bringing up the past success.
We're gonna check the tape on that. We're gonna check the tape. All right, OJ, who you like?
Niners. Come on, man. Who knows Sam Darnold better than Shanahan?
I'd ask Justin, but he needs some coffee to say his favorite team. But who you like, Justin?
Niners, baby. Hey, it's great to see
Does
Greg.
he know who he picked this week?
It's great to see Greg and Fred coming back to the preferred side over here. They went with those Jets last week and found out what goes on when you go with the team opposite the 49ers.
Put the hammer down on those Niners. All right, we got a couple of questions here from Adrian. Beat your son is back. Appreciate you, my brother. He wants to know, would you trade Caleb for Baker while having Matt Stafford? LeDuc, you be the first one. You got the first window. What do you think?
I've not liked Caleb Williams, so I prefer Baker. So I'd rather have Baker Mayfield.
Anyone else not like it?
If it's a dynasty league, then yeah, go ahead for it. For the long haul, Caleb, of course. But I mean, Baker's having a great season so far. It's only one game, but we'll see what happens. It's still early.
One game, right? I would just my advice is I would have a few games play out a little bit first before we make these drastic trades. But let's go. We got another one here. Fred, I'll go to you on this one. Xavier Worthy today, Alan Lazard, or Scary Terry in a full PPR from Ski Sock something 80. I can't read this morning. Thank you for your question. What do you think, Fred?
I'm gonna go with Scary Terry. We all picked him in DFS. We just liked them all today. Definitely gonna go with him. Now, shockingly, Alan Lazard actually had a good damn week last week. That was something special. Is it just fantasy? Is it gonna happen again? I think it will. I'm gonna go with Lazard. I think Rashee Rice gets most of the. Hey, bro, I think
just one. Frey, he just wants to know one.
It was one. Oh, Scary Terry all day.
He just wants to talk about Lazard. I'll be honest with you. I would not be even thinking about Lazard today. Titans secondary is legit. And it's between Xavier Worthy and Scary Terry for me in this one. And I would just go with Worthy, only the fact that Hollywood Brown being out. I feel like this might be maybe a little bit of a back and forth where I don't see as much back and forth with this Commanders Giants game, quite frankly. So it'd be between those and Xavier Worthy be my guy in that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Seahawks at Patriots. Seahawks lead this series 10-9. See how LeDuc all of a sudden he's got technical issues when we bring his game up. Seahawks lead the series 10-9. Last played in 2020. The Seahawks won 35-30. They've won 2 in a row. The over/under is 40, and the Seahawks are favored by 3. Fred, who you like?
I gotta go with the Seahawks. Like I said this earlier, that was a facade. I don't see the Patriots coming out but we're gonna have a great season. I think the Seahawks get them today.
Greg, who you like in this one?
Seahawks, man. Bill Belichick is not on that sideline. Brady's not on that.
It's probably gonna be a stupid lone wolf or something.
Right. Who you like in this one? Justin, who you like? My bad. Sorry.
You're gonna be hearing any howling from me. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one as well.
Smart guy.
He did his howling last night. Yeah, we are going to hear a little howling, but he's not going to hear himself at all. But let's give it up for him anyway. Dude, he didn't want to defend his pick. That's why he jumped out real quick. But he is the lone wolf in that.
The Duke means loser.
I'm down. All right, we got another question. Greg, we'll serve this one up to you. This is from Nod Esquivel. They want to know Swift or Worthy today.
Listen, Swift is facing that Texans defense, man. That defense is tough against the run. I know Keenan Allen's banged up. I know Azu, I can't say his last name. He's banged up, but I am not trusting Swift after that first week. So I would go Xavier Worthy. Definitely.
I think Swift does have a little bit.
Don't do that, Jason. Don't do that.
No, but I'm not going to
put Swift in against him. So when he sucks, he can say Greg.
I like a little resurgence of Swift today, I have to say, but I still agree with you. I would go Worthy. It all depends too if it's PPR and standard as well. Let's go to the next matchup. We're just speaking of the Giants at the Commanders. The Giants lead the series 108-71-5. The Giants swept last year 31-19 and 14-7. They're actually 3-0-1 in the last 4 matchups. The Commanders are favored today, however, by 2.5, and the over/under is 41. Justin, are you there? Who you like? I don't know if he's there. OJ, who you like in this one?
Wait, Justin's back. Justin, you want to go?
Who you like in that matchup, Justin?
I'm pulling a Freddie here, but I believe I actually put the Giants down for this one. I might be wrong.
Yeah, you are. You are wrong in that one.
I did.
You don't know. You don't know who you picked.
All right.
Dumbass. Thank these. They call me dumbass.
I mean,
where's the professionalism?
I do it to Fred.
Get him, Fred.
I deserve that one. No, don't worry. I deserve that one. So I'm going to go, I guess, with the Commanders. And I guess that's because I was thinking with my logical brain. And right now I'm barely putting it together. so I'm going to go with the Commanders. Obviously, the better quarterback, the better resources right now, better team. Yeah. Bye-bye, Daniel Jones. Bye-bye, Brian Dable.
Justin woke up with a New York state of mind. OJ, who you like?
You know who I like. I like the Commanders, man. That's my team this year. I'm riding with them, riding with the Commanders. Giants, man, they just terrible.
Get it out, bro. Who you like?
So I like the Giants. You know why? Because ain't nobody going 0-16. And if they're gonna win a game, it's gonna be this game. Okay, no, but listen here. They're gonna win today. Oh, really, guys?
Yes, Fred. Yes. Good luck.
You've been riding them Giants actually. This
and they beat Washington. They just known to beat Washington.
I just that's true. They're 3-0-1 in the last 4 matches. You're not wrong in that.
Jaden Daniels now, kid.
Be a little something.
Jaden's the truth.
All right, let's go to another epic matchup. The Chargers at the Panthers. Panthers lead the overall series 6-1, surprisingly. Last time they played was in 2020. Panthers won 21-16. They won 4 in a row. The Chargers are favored by 4.5. Over under on this one is 39.5. Who you like, Fred?
Panthers.
Bring out the hammer. I like the Chargers. There's no way.
Yep. Greg?
Chargers.
Yeah, I don't even need to go to you on this. This is kind of easy. Not to, if you want to go off on it, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I picked the Panthers week 1. Lesson learned. It's not happening the rest of
Facts.
But Duke is back, by the way. Since you're back in the studio, maybe he's not ready yet. Hold on, let's give him a second. I just wanted him to defend that Patriots pick real quick when he's ready. Let's go. But while we wait for that, let's go to Saints at the Cowboys. Cowboys lead the series 18-13. Last time they played was in 2021. The Cowboys won 27-17. Cowboys are favored by 6 in this one. The over-under is 44.5. Greg, who you like in this one?
I like the Cowboys. I don't know about by 6 because Saints kind of woke up last week on offense, but I do like Dak. I do like CD. And was there a Zeke sighting last week? Did Zeke actually play?
Yeah.
Somebody said it. Somebody said it.
Here we go.
Somebody talked about Zeke. Somebody picked Zeke in this draft.
Only 1 week, Fred. 1 week.
Somebody said it.
Wow. Fred's excited because he finally got something right. So he's like, I said something correct. I got to tell it. All right, listen, Mike, appreciate your comment. He said there's just no one on the Giants that are considerable threats, especially neighbors nursing injury as well. Defense not good. And he said the Panthers might go 0-7. I might agree with you there, my friends.
That's a first.
He's putting his pick in. He think Cowgirls should win this matchup. Let's go, Fred. Who you like in this one?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Yes, Saints look really good, but the Cowboys surprised me. They looked in sync with everybody signing late, so I'm gonna ride with the Cowboys.
Yeah, Saints are a better team at home. We mentioned that before. Let's go, Justin. Who you like?
Oh, Cowboys all day.
LeDuc, you ready yet, or no? He's still got technical. Can't hear us.
How am I more put together than LeDuc right now?
Come on, bro. All right, let's go. Colts at Packers. Colts lead the series 24-21-1. The last time they played was in 2020. They won 34-31 in overtime. They've won 3 in a row. The Colts are favored by 3, and the over-under is 41. Justin, what do you like in the matchup?
With no Jordan Love, I'm suspecting no Jordan Love, it's going to be pretty easy. It's going to be the Colts.
Yeah. All right, Fred, who you like?
Totally agree. I would have picked the Packers in this game, but Jordan Love really makes a difference. Definitely. Now I'm going to Colts.
All right, I like it. Greg, who you like?
Clean sweep. Colts, baby.
Colts, indeed. Hit the hammer down. We all like the Colts. I think Malik Willis might surprise us with a decent fantasy game again, bringing that running factor to this ball game. But again, I don't think it's enough to beat the Colts. Browns at Jags. Jaguars lead the series 12-7. Last time they played was last year. Browns won 31-27. They've won 2 in a row. The Jags are favored by 3 in this matchup, and the over-under is 42.5. Greg, who you like?
Man, Deshaun just ain't right, man. Deshaun can't get right. he got too much stuff on his plate right now. So I'm going with the Jags, man. I'd like to see ATN have a bounce back game, and that rookie Thomas looks real good with Lawrence. So I'm riding with the Jags.
Mike likes Richardson and JT to shine today, and Willis to struggle. Justin, who you like?
You know what? I'm. It's crazy. You never go back to the well when you see that atrocious play, but I'm gonna go back to it. I think that this Browns team is good enough to overcome this really like pedestrian Jags team. Like they're really good on paper, and then like the play that they put out there is just subpar. So I think that this is a game where the Browns can win on defense. Deshaun absolutely is not right, and I think that Jameis Winston is calling in for these lawsuits to come out. I'm only kidding. But at some point, we gotta like start thinking about Jameis just for like going forward. I mean, if you're an organization, you think that that's acceptable play, you gotta more than the Browns. So I guess so, right?
All I can think about when you said that was I forget that character Jamie Foxx played with the girl when he was the girl and he dressed up like that. Was I can
Wanda?
see. Wanda. I can see Jameis Winston dressed up like, "Hi, I'd like to report." You touched me. Fred, how are you liking this one?
I agree with Justin. I think defense plays the key in today. Browns win not due to Deshaun Watson because of their defense. And yes, Jameis. I mean, can you really take out Deshaun Watson? You just gave that man $50 million guaranteed. You got to ride with him. Just hand off the ball.
Leduc, who you like?
All right, so I like the Jaguars. I'm buying into them still right now. Like I said, there's just a lot about that team that I like, so I'm going the Jags.
Call it this. I got the bowling reference up, the 7-10 split. This is just for Fred because I was like, how are we going to put a split up there just for Fred? We got the split on this one. We're all basically in different areas. This game, ironically enough, I feel like the teams are like, this is a big game for both of these franchises. Mm-hmm. Which one's going 0-2 and starting to think about rebuilding because basically once this happens that's basically where it's coming. So it's an interesting game today. I'll be very interested to watch, but I do think the Browns defense, echoing what Justin said, like that Mike's felt
and you just pay and you pay both quarterbacks tons of money, man.
Yeah,
tons of money.
All right, and the game that I'll be taking a nap in, the Jets at the Titans. Titans lead the series 20-1. Last time they played was in 21. Jets won 27-24 in OT. The Jets are favored by 4.5. The over/under is 43.5. Leduc, let's go to you first. Who are you liking this matchup?
I'm actually gonna pick the Jets here. So, Freddie,
yes, you are.
We're gonna hang out here, even though I missed the Patriots game apparently, but I'm sure you shit on them there. But I'm gonna be the bigger person and pick the Jets. I just think Aaron Rodgers, he just quite frankly just looked rusty, and my camera has fucking gone out now too. But I think the rust is just rust. So I think Aaron Rodgers gets back on track. There's too many weapons there for that team to not win.
You think Leduc's in Baltimore there with Justin and we'll go on. All right, OJ, who you like this one?
Well, Jason, guess who else is going to be taking a nap during the game? Tua.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jesus.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe this guy right now.
Jets, baby. J-E-T.
All right, Jets. That's great. Whatever. Fred, who do you like? Okay. Fred's barely having a heart attack over there. Justin, we putting a hammer down on him? I don't know. Justin's we've lost everything today. Justin's getting his coffee like at Starbucks. Put the hammer down on the Jets. I can't believe we even have to say that, believe it or not. All right, let's go to some interesting matchups finally. Bucks at Lions. Lions lead the series 33-29. Last time, obviously, they played last year in the playoffs, 31-23. And they got a beat down the regular season 20-6. So that's 2 in a row for the Lions. Lions favored by 6.5. The over-under is 48.5. Let's go to, I forgot the order already. Greg, let's go to you. Who are you liking this one?
You want to go back to me? No, I like the Lions, man. I think this is going to be a great matchup. But I think St. Brown gets it right. I think Gibbs has a big game, but I think it's going to be a back and forth game. But I do like the Lions in this one.
LeDuc, who you like?
I also like the Lions. This game is going to probably be the most interesting game to watch this today. So, yeah, give me the Lions.
All right. Fred, how about you?
Totally agree. Pretty good game today. Going with the Lions. They just got a little bit better talent.
All right, Justin, you want to justify your pick in here, or are you ordering your double frap?
Give me a quick second.
We are nothing but the highest level of professionalism in here today.
Only $7.50, sir. All right, whatever. We got a show to put on, bro.
Justin's walking through the drive-thru right now. That's what he's doing.
Justin likes
Wait. Let me justify this because I need to get out in front because somehow my picks failed last week. I don't know why, because they suck. But anyways, I'm going to say this. Baker Mayfield's on fire, and Jared Goff, I am unimpressed with the way that he barely won that game against the Rams. I'm going with it. I think the Bucs make the upset of the day. Let's go Bucs over Detroit. That's right, baby. Oh, dude, I'm gonna get fucking. If I start howling out here, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm gonna think I'm like a new virus or something.
Extra points for howling in the coffee shop. I love it. Raiders at the Ravens. Justin on location. Ravens lead the series 9-4. Last time they played was in 2021. The Raiders won 33-27 in overtime. Ravens favored by 8. Over-under is 42.5. You're on location, Justin. Who you like in this one?
Oh, I love the Ravens in this game. We saw what the Raiders can't do, and I said can't do because I don't know what they can do right now. Max Crosby is going to force Lamar Jackson out of the pocket, which, last week we found out he's really comfortable going right back to that game. So I think it's going to be a great day for him. I think it's going to be a great day for Derrick Henry. I don't know what receiver to pick in this one. I feel like Likely is almost a complete and utter lock. But, obviously Zay Flowers and obviously Mark Andrews. But otherwise, I think with this game, it's Ravens all day long.
Yeah.
And if you are a lone wolf in this one, congratulations. You might be the dumbass of the week.
Justin getting the Friday night fantasy analysis and the Sunday pick show mixed up together. Let's go. I don't think we even need to say it. It's Ravens all day. We like the Ravens a lot in this matchup. Let's go to the Rams at the Cardinals. Rams lead the series 50-42. Rams swept last year 37-14 and 26-9. They're favored by 1.5. The over-under is 48.5. Let's go to Fred. Who you like in this one?
I like the Cardinals, man. I think I just feel like in my gut that they're gonna play really well today. I like the way they play. What used to. But I think they're gonna do well today. I just got a good feeling about them. They didn't like the way the Rams looked last week, so let's go Cardinals.
Yeah, Mike said on the last game, Likely is Lamar's first, second, and third reads. That is for sure.
I don't know, man. I think y'all all forgetting to Andrews. I think Andrews comes back big this week, man.
If you didn't miss the Ultimate DFS thing segment, I talked all about that. But anyway, Andrew LeDuc, how about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm also on the Cardinals here. I was also I know the game was close last week for the Rams, but I just think the loss of Puka and Cooper Kupp's still there, but I don't know. There's some.
He's just having a day today. Greg, who you like?
I was missing about that because did I get lost again?
Yeah, you did.
I'm a bitch. You know what? Friday night, I'm under a bridge on the highway in fucking Manchester, New Hampshire. Today, I'm in a home, but I can't keep a freaking cell phone signal.
Greg, who you like?
I like the Rams, man. I think they're going to pull this out. One thing about McVay knows how to win. I think they pounded with Kyron Williams and play action with Cooper Kupp. I think they pull it out this week.
Justin's getting on the train.
Is that the train station?
Justin getting his whipped cream on top. All right, we're splitting this one. I like the Rams. Obviously playoff team last year. They look all the bit this season. So let's just split it down the line on this one. I think it's a decent. It's going to be a good game nonetheless. All right, let's go to the next one. Chiefs. Bengals at the Chiefs. Bengals lead the series 18-16. Last year when they played, Chiefs won 25-17. They've won 2 in a row. Chiefs are favored by 6. The over-under is 47. Leduc, who are you liking this one?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I do think the Bengals bounce back a little bit. There's no way they can look worse than they looked last week. So I think they get back on track a little bit. But I mean, still missing T. Higgins, and now the news about Jamar Chase's contract and how it seems like, I don't know, something's off. I just don't think they're going to win games, but I think they'll at least bounce back to make them competitive. But the Chiefs win this.
All right, since we're hammering this one down, we're up against it. I'll go ahead and just put it down here. We all like the Chiefs in this particular matchup. Again, I do think the Bengals will be a little bit better in this game, but I just don't think it's enough to beat the Chiefs at home. I think we all can agree with that. All right, let's go to the next one. Steelers at Broncos. Broncos series 13-1. Last time they played was in 2021. The Steelers won 27-19. It's 2 in a row for the Steelers. The Steelers favored by 3, and the over-under is 37.5. Greg, who you like?
Steelers. I like Justin Fields. I think he'll have a nice fantasy game, but I think he does enough to get the victory. So I like the Steelers. I like Fields and Pickens. Let's go Steelers.
Bengals in disarray, says Mike. Chiefs look mid-season form.
Exactly.
Couldn't agree more. We got another hammer, so we're just go ahead and bust that thing out. We all like the Steelers here. They looked pretty impressive last week, and not that Justin Fields looked impressive, but I think we talked about him prior to the season. If he ends up being the starter, you ended up with somebody that could be top 15 if he can get a little bit of semblance of this offense down, especially with the run game, with the run aspect. So we all like Steelers here. Let's go to the Sunday night delight. Bears at Texans. Texans lead the series 4-2. Last time they played was in 2020. The Bears won 23-20. It's 2 in a row for them. The Texans are favored by 7. The over-under is 45.5. Let's go to Fred. Who you like in this matchup?
I'm going with the Texans only because the Bears are young and the Texans are awesome. They're talented, both sides of the ball. I think Chicago just faces reality. They got lucky last week with the defensive plays and the special teams, but the Texans are going to show them a good game. This might be a blowout for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, we just go ahead and do it again. Pull out that hammer for this one. We all like the Texans in this matchup. I think it might be a decent game. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think just that the Texans are going to be too good for this team. Ryan wants to know. He's asking the chat. He's like, I don't even want to know from you guys, but let's go with Duke. Who do you think, Watson or Sutton?
I like Sutton here a little bit more. I just can't trust that Green Bay offense and Malik Willis until I see it. So give me Sutton, even though I don't love Sutton, and Bo Nix is nothing to write home about either, but the target should be there for Sutton.
Yeah, and he had a lot of downfield targets last week as well. Yep. So if those connect, you could have a decent day for Cortland Sutton. So, yeah, I do like that as well. Let's finish it off with the Monday night special. Falcons at the Eagles. The Eagles lead the series 21-15-1. Last time they played was in 21. The Eagles won 32-6. Eagles are favored by 6. The over-under is 48.5. Leduc, will go to you first on this one. Who you like?
I like the Eagles here, but I like the Falcons against the spread here. So I think you said it was 6.5. I'll take that. I think this is going to be a closer game than people think.
Greg, who you like?
Kirk Cousins is still hurting, man. No matter what he says, he doesn't look right. I'm going with the Eagles. I like the way that Kellen Moore has that offense looking, surprisingly. So it looks good. Let's go Eagles.
Brad?
Eagles. They looked pretty good, and they usually lose in the mid to end of the season, not the beginning.
All right, Justin. Who you like in the Monday night special?
He likes the ice in his cup.
He's playing in traffic.
See, this is what the reason I asked. So he just said Eagles, and the reason I asked because he's the one who picked the Falcons. And your text messages, dummy. Anyway, he likes the Falcons.
Hold him to the Falcons pick. Hold him.
I'm holding it to it because, I don't care how hungover he is. All right, I'm going to mute you because they got the street out there over us.
Yeah, Jesus walks. Be careful.
Mike says the birds roll. I do agree on that as well. All right, fellas. Well, we're about to close things out today. Please do me a favor. Put your hands together. Take your hats off. It's Sunday morning. We got to enter church. He's here. It's time for Fantasy Jesus.
I'm here to save your fantasy rosters. Hey there, Heathens Inheritance. It is your Fantasy Jesus here, coming from Annapolis, Maryland. I am here to see the Baltimore Ravens and Raiders game, and I'm also here to bring you 5 DFS picks for this week. Let's get it kicked off with that game. Let's go with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback this week. Love Lamar at his value. He is going to be on the run a lot because Max Crosby is coming for him. So guess what, guys? I see tons of value in this game. I also see the Raiders being kind of a weaker defense. So you gotta love the value with Lamar Jackson this week. J.K. Dobbins, speaking of former Ravens, J.K. Dobbins had a great week last week against the Raiders. And this week he's going against the Panthers. Pitiful Panthers. You gotta love it when a guy comes off his best game ever and then he goes into the worst defense in the league. Last week they get 47 points. Loving his value this week. My next guy is wide receiver Garrett Wilson. Last week Garrett Wilson had a tremendous game for a wide receiver too. Also, it was an okay game for a guy who's just got his first reps with his quarterback. Look for this week Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson to get on track against the Tennessee Titans. And then we got George Kittle. Love me some George Kittle. George Kittle looks like the play of the week for me. I think that George Kittle at the tight end position is going to tear up the Minnesota Vikings secondary. Look for this game to be heavy offense and a lot of 49ers scoring because of the fact that the Vikings do not have a lot of their key players this week. And then finally, we're going to go with the defense. It's going to be the Arizona Cardinals defense. It's the cheapest defense out there. It allows you to stack tons of players. And guess what, guys? The Los Angeles Rams are missing 4 offensive linemen. They are missing Puka Nacua, and they also have a lot of defensive guys down. It's going to be a game that the Cardinals can very much win in Arizona, and I like the Cardinals defense in this one because when Matt Stafford gets behind, he gets very interception heavy. So go for the Cardinals and stack those DFS lineups. That was your 5 picks for week 2. May your lineup speak less.
Trust in your savior.
You know, he cut his hair, so he might need to be Justin the Apostle. Like, I don't know about Jesus. I don't know.
He forgot to pack the Jesus suit too on the way to Maryland, unfortunately. So we had to just make do. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate all your questions today. We couldn't get to some of them because we got to get the hell out of here. Don't forget to stay with us. Go to Fourth and we'll have to see the Fourth and Flex podcast later. They'll be answering your fantasy questions. Thank you very much to Ari. Don't forget to check her site out as well. Get those prop bets on her YouTube channel. Thank you for the likes and the comments. And Greg, you had something you want to say? My bad.
I just want to say, good job, Freddie. You knew your picks this week.
Yeah.
Great job,
bro.
Yeah, next week we'll work on avoiding the Thursday night game.
It's slow. It's slowly. I mean, it's only 4 seasons or 3 or 4 seasons. All right. I mean, but saying the same thing.
That's over Patriots next Thursday night.
Hey, I almost went to the game. Actually, I had free tickets, but I couldn't make it work schedule wise to be there.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't want to go neither.
I can think about a billion other things better to do. All right, guys. So we appreciate you. Get ready for your Sunday. It's going to be a good one. We appreciate you. We'll see you. Don't forget, next Friday, we'll be breaking down week 3 on Friday at 9:00, and then meet us back here, obviously, next Sunday, and wake up with us. Good luck this week, and we are out.